Time is on my side. Oh, yes, it is. Time is on my side. Yes, it is.
That song plays a very big role in the movie Fallen.
Fallen, and I can't get up.
Fallen with Denzel Washington and John Goodman.
They're in another movie together.
That was a very good movie.
They were in that one about the airplane.
I know, but this is different. They're both cops.
I'll have to look at it. Hello, Mark. Hello, Kaylee. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'm a little late tonight, but we were watching. First of all, we're watching House of Dragon to get caught up before the new season starts Sunday. And then we were watching an episode of The Sopranos.
Why did we have to stop watching?
I'm about to get to that. Already. I am 1 minute and 17 seconds into the broadcast, and you're already criticizing me. Oh, God. We get the property sprayed for ticks and mosquitoes. And because we don't want the dogs to get, like Lyme's disease or anything. So they give me a 12-hour window. They like to narrow it down. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So you have to keep the gates unlocked. So all day long, I had to watch that the gates weren't open when we let the dogs out. And anyway, they came about 6 o'clock. And so it interrupted our viewing of The Sopranos episode 2. Season 2, episode 1. So I wound up, we wound up finishing the episode, and that's why I'm on here late. If anybody cares. Presumed Innocent looks good. That is on Apple TV. Jake Gyllenhaal is like doing everything right now. So how's everybody doing? 19 people in the room already watching. Oh, God. I feel such pressure the more people that get in the room. So today was day 3 of Scott at his acting class. I ain't heard shit from him. He's forgotten about me. Damn it. It's okay, Scott. I haven't forgotten about you. Oh, what'd I do? Oh, there I am. Oh, wrong way. I know he's doing good. He takes everything he does serious too, so. And I'm cleaning up downstairs. Hello, Robin. Because I'm going to have to, it's going up to 90, and I can't be out back here with this computer. It will ruin it. But I will be with you all downstairs. And there's comfortable chairs down there so Mrs. Biggins can come. And we'll hang out with all of you, because that's what I do. So what else happened today? went to Dunkin', dropped off a package for Mrs. Biggins. Went to Acme, got home and got told she needs milk.
Oh, would you stop? I just mentioned it like an hour ago.
More than an hour ago.
All right,
But I had grilled ham and cheese for dinner. So she's forgiven for the moment.
thank you.
Oh, don't let it go to your head. So, and Sable and Archer were pissed because they had to stay inside an hour after the bug spray. I think that bug spray's safe though. I mean, I did have a full head of hair before he came. So what's going on in your world, my folks, my people?
They just, I just got a thing saying that both Best Buy and Target are going to stop selling DVDs.
That's been a while. For Best Buy, I didn't know about Target.
Walmart's going to stop selling video games.
Walmart's going to stop selling video games?
So,
They never have a good stock anyway.
that's true.
I remember what a nightmare it was to get a PS5.
Oh, yeah.
They had sites tracking their websites. Oh, I just got an email. Still need a gift for Dad, Nigel? Wow. I mean, unless it works underground. Ooh. Oh, I got to turn this fan towards me. It's such a confliction of weather. I put my hoodie on
You glued your balls to your butthole
because,
again?
oh my God, because it was slightly chilly. And then I sat down and I was roasting. So now I turned the fan on. Do you really care? Oh, I forgot I can do this. I got a leg rest on this chair that I can put out and I can sit back and relax. The second dude, that second dude, 534. Hi, Nigel. My first Mr. Bach Live. How are you today? I am fantastic because it's your first live. And you said that like, why does it say 4:17 p.m.? I understand if you're on the West Coast, but it should still be like 4:40. Are you still there, second dude? And why are you that second dude 534? Does that mean there's 533 other second dudes? It's seven, but you know what? This has something to do with X because the timestamp coming up to your broadcast say it's 4:17. And you're not popping up in order, you're popping up high. In other words, these things normally are stacked based on the order they come in. But because yours are saying 4:17, they're showing up all at the top. So you get special attention. Where do you live, second dude? Just tell me state. I don't need to know like more than that. I got my socks off too.
What's your pants?
I don't have pants on either. I got shorts on.
With underwear.
Oh, stop with the filth. Hi, Kelly. Don't ask me about the weather.
You weren't nice to me. I'm leaving.
You're the one attacking me. All right. It's like 7. Hey, Google, what's the temperature?
The temperature in Egg Harbor Township right now is 73 degrees.
73, and it's dry. There's no humidity. There's no breeze, but it's cool. We're back decking. And the basement's ready to move this back down there tomorrow because it's going to get too hot.
What are you going to do tomorrow night?
Broadcast from down there. There's the chairs down there. I can throw you down there. I'll throw you down the steps. Although I think you could take me. And she'd wind up throwing me. She's that strong. Did you order? You're welcome, Kelly. She's talking about the Bad Ben Frankenstein starter kit, which is available in the shop. No, you're second dude. You can message as much as you want. The only thing that's happening, because all your times are coming up as 4:17, and that's got to be a problem with the X. It's not anything you're doing. As long as the time on your computer shows the actual time of 7:48, it's just something that X is doing. The only problem that's going to happen is as people continue to comment, like Kelly here has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 comments in about in basically 2 minutes. So she's a little out of control. No offense, Kelly. So you're going to scroll right off the screen.
Tell them about the flowers.
Oh, the dogs made me get holly flowers today. Red carnations. Coincidentally, it's what her mother used to like. How smart are the dogs and the cat?
They're very small.
I get up in the morning and the cat goes, meow, meow, meow. I want you to pick up mommy flowers. Get the dogs to chip in.
He's very sweet.
Oh, here's Archer. You guys can't see him. He's off screen here. He's pushing me. Hello, sweetheart. See the people? Oh, there's his paw. You just saw it. Oh, I love you. I love you. I glued my balls to my butthole.
Again.
Again. Ontario, Canada.
Well, here we go.
Here we go. He loves his mama.
Well, I love him. He knows I love him. Look at you.
I'm comfy. Kelly, you can message as much as you want. Up. But I'll have to scroll up here every now and then to see what the second dude said. We watched 1 and 2 together and Mandela on my own. We hope to find your movies and support you. They're on Bad Ben TV's available in Canada. That banging sound you hear is when we go to let Sable out now, we have to bang the back door so that if there's a squirrel in the yard or a bird on the ground, they run away before she comes out because she's a killer. It's so nice out tonight, but the heat's coming. A week from tomorrow, Frankenstein Part 2 comes out. For the first day of summer. No Phil? No Fender? No Cherie? Well, second dude, if you want to watch it because you're out of work, now's the time you want to watch it. So go to badbentv.com, the website, create an account, email me, Nigel at Nigelbot. You can email me here. Email me, and I'll activate your account. Then when you start working, you can start paying. You won't have to pay for the back time. You can start paying then. But while you're not working, now's the time to watch. You can be the butt of Frankenstein. It's $250. Just go to the website, badbentv.com, sign up, but stop where it says to pay. You're just registering. Then email me and I'll hook you up. And you'll be able to watch on, if you have Roku TV, you can download Bad Ben TV. If you have a Roku device or a Fire TV device, you can download it and watch. Now, second, dude, because of the way your thing is timing, you're off screen now. So I don't know, Kelly. I do a lot of people that need the help. Did I activate it? I'm going to take away the chat because nobody's in there. Oh,
Table. Come on, baby. Leave me, girl.
that's kind of harsh.
Table. Table.
Deep.
Table.
Did she respond?
I don't even know what you got.
Maybe she opened the gate and went running.
Table.
Sable. Here she comes. You Mrs. Biggins is back. Any trivia for tonight, Mrs. Biggins? Nothing?
Nobody cares about my trivia, so
Yes, we
I don't
do.
even try.
Just because I guessed one, Dr. Pepper. Kel, you don't have to, just You don't have to donate. When you are able to, what?
Go ahead.
When you're able to, subscribe. Become a paid subscriber.
What year did Amazon start?
1996. What?
Five.
I was close. Jeff Bezos was fat and had hair. He is not the greatest speaker, by the way.
Well,
But when you got $150 billion, you can get somebody to speak for you. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly's butt. I don't get it. You can't be the butt for $20. Regal offering $1 movies for you and your family this summer. Full list in the app. Hello, gamer boy. Gamer boy. Entered the chat and left the chat. Well, how about that? Gamer boy's back. It's that second dude trying to figure things out.
how dare you?
How dare you? 73 people are watching. And if you look at my screen, over 20 messages from Kelly Ballin in a row.
Don't make her feel bad.
I'm not making her feel bad. Well, I probably am, but. Big fan of the series, friend. And I'm a big fan of yours, Kat. I'm not used to doing these broadcasts without Phil in here. Oh, Russell Reed has broken Kelly's string. Good to see you, Russell. I'm having a great day. It's very mild out on the back deck. Hanging out here with the puppies. I think they're both out here. Is he out here?
Yes.
Where is he?
He was here. I guess he went back inside.
He's not inside. Is he under the table? Hello?
What?
Where is he?
He probably is inside.
He's not on the cat. Oh, yes, he is. There he is. "76 people watching. I feel so honored." I'm trying to think of what spectacular stuff I can say tonight.
Anybody seen anything good?
Yeah, has anybody seen anything good? Hello, Kay. How you been? I have been outstanding. It's Ernie Burt. We, like I said, are watching. I'm rewatching The Sopranos. Holly's seeing many of them for the first time, and we're rewatching House of Dragon to get ready for Sunday night's launch. Ozarks was good.
Have you heard about Flipped?
Clipped? No. Did you have more to add?
I don't know. It's about that. I guess the owner of the Clippers, like he said something against black basketball players or something. But it's got what's his name? Ed Helms, not Ed Helms. The guy from Modern Family.
Ed O'Neill
Ed O'Neill.
plays the owner
Yes.
that says something racist.
Yeah, I think he plays the owner of the Clippers, and it caused a big thing. He said something about him owning black people, because all the members of his team were black.
Well, it's basketball. I mean,
know.
it is dominated by African
was-
American men and
He
women
wears-
in the
he wears a
WNBA.
really bad toupee, and it keeps popping up as an advertisement. I think it's on FX.
There was we didn't even watch the last season of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's because like the first episode and a half had a dog in it. Kelly, I don't remember saying that, and I would not give away when I sell these body parts to the other people for $250. I can't go giving away a body part for $10 or a subscription. Stranger Things, we did start watching Stranger Things, then we stopped, then we went back and watched it through to the end. Fallout, I heard, was good. The Fall Guy, huh?
What?
The Fall Guy, I heard, wasn't.
Fallout's got animals in it.
Oh God, we can't watch that. Well, some of I'm not a big gamer, so I really don't know. Was Call of Duty a good series or movie? I never played Fallout. I didn't know it was a video game.
I tried to play one
What did you try playing it on?
Me?
Yeah.
I think on PlayStation.
Some people swear by that. What's the handheld game? We got one hooked up to the Switch. Is that it?
Yeah.
Now, I've never been a big fan of Call of Duty. I'm more on an RPG gamer. Last of Us is my absolute favorite game. Did you like the game version of Last of Us, Hal?
Yeah, hold on.
What's your favorite game?
One of all time?
Well, that now
Uh, well, I still like my Power Wash game.
is that on Switch?
It is, but I play it on my laptop.
She's got the power washing
But
game.
I usually play that on the Switch, yes. And then I like the Supermarket Simulator. And of regular games, I like Hades.
What's Hades?
It's like a shoot 'em up game. Have you seen how different everything is with the new operating system that hasn't come out yet
On what?
on the iOS?
It hasn't come out
Yeah,
yet.
I think it comes out in the fall.
Well, they did talk about some things they're doing, like they're doing AI, and Elon Musk says he'll ban iPhones from all of his facilities.
Oh, he can go fuck it up.
And but there's a lot of cool stuff they're talking about. I just don't know if you're going to be able to do them on our phones. I'll tell you what, I'll like it when I finally do upgrade my phone, which will probably be in the fall. Um, I will like that it has a USB-C connector.
I think I got like 2 more months or something before I can get a new phone. But there's nothing wrong with my phone.
I'm not even sure which one I have.
We both have the 13.
Do we?
We do.
We don't have the 14?
Because remember, we had the same case. Because we have the same phone. I also like Baldur's Gate, by the way, if anybody else cares.
Baldur's Gate. Got 84 people in here watching now. I wish y'all had something to say. It's already June 12th. Hi, Kaylee. I went and saw cousin Darty the other day, and she's resting, but she's very frail. So I think she's probably going to take the long nap soon.
Oh my god.
Stephanie King Beeman said, my Frankenstein kit was due yesterday, but my mailman is an idiot apparently and couldn't find my house.
Well, our postal service sucks a bag of dicks.
Did you hear that? The postal service has been a little frustrating lately. Let me go look. Let me look you up. Well, there's one here. It says action required. That doesn't mean anything. That could mean it's going to be delivered today, but Kelly, it costs $250. Are you fucking with me? 92 people watching.
Do you have any stories for your people?
I'm trying to think of something. I'm at a loss. I've been such a busy man. Has anybody got any stories for me? Our boardwalks are normally pretty calm,
Not anymore.
but we've been having some bad apples. I don't have any controversy tonight, Kaylee. I covered all that last night.
That's sad.
Let's see, I can go online and find some. Oh, that's nice. At a dentist office, a dental implant was screwed into a person's brain. And he screamed, and the dentist fled the scene.
Oh,
He was rushed to the hospital, and after a lengthy surgery, doctors successfully removed the implant. Kaylee said they had. Where's here, Kaylee? Where do you live? Minnesota. She said they had a tornado there about an hour ago, and my dog ran outside in the middle of it. Now it's sunny and clear, but he's still soaked. Well, you're lucky he's back. You got to change his name to Toto. Minnesota. I've been to Minnesota briefly. 92 people watching me just sit here, smoke a cigar, and struggle to find something to talk about. Well, let's look at, again, let me look at the news.
So, what TV shows that are coming up are you looking forward to seeing?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, House of Dragon, The Bear. There's a, my God, where did that come from?
Came from inside me.
Uh,
Mr. Copeland said, and you haven't answered my question yet. I'm not answering that question. You know, no, I will not answer that. Why will you not answer that question? Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate. I'm not trying to. I'm asking you, how did you get this information? Tell me the point. I'm saying based on information. Okay, well, listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems. We can have this. I have problems right now. I don't want to know what's your problems, okay, at this point in time. All I'm asking you at this point in time is, how did you come upon this information? Look, if the
Any
case gets
emails from LinkedIn?
the record's going to be available.
no, I'm watching this judge.
But it's disturbing that how somehow you have surreptitiously got information in regards to the court's private escrow conversation with the party. I mean, by the way, you witness sworn in Friday, the court's telling, this is what I'm told. If it's not true, not true. This court is literally asking, tell me how you got the information. Listen, tell me what it is. Tell me how you got the information. And we're going to go ahead and go forward. I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is this. I was told, and I hope this concerns the court. It concerns me that you have proprietary information, information that you should not be having those ex parte, like with a party, my state of Georgia. How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly, as the son of the court, many of my friends at this court supposedly said, I can hold you until the end of this trial. The Silver supposedly said, actually, all of the defendants, and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a conscious right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I do, Mr. Steele. I still want to acknowledge, how did you come on this information? What I want to know is, why wasn't I there? Why, sir, I'm not holding you in contempt. You don't tell me who to do it. I tell me who this information was going to be held in contempt. I'm not answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. Attorney-client privilege, unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out. I tell you, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You don't tell me who it is. You don't tell me who it is. I'm going to put you in contempt. Because that is not attorney-client privilege. Attorney or product privilege. I am not. How did you get
This is amazing. I'm sorry.
in my chambers? Did somebody tell you? You should have told me. You got 5 minutes. You know, I'm going to continue. This is what I'm told. Mr. Cooper says, Mr. Cooper made a statement that he admitted to killing Donovan Thomas. Come take my notes. No.
I don't understand what's even going on there. So here's the excitement, folks. Stephanie was supposed to get her Frankenstein kit yesterday, and the mailman's new, and he didn't deliver it because her address ends in 1/2. It's like 123 1/2.
Dipshit.
So he got confused. So now the mail program says action required, but she said they're supposed to try deliver today. So just 4 minutes ago, she says, I'm stalking my mailman. He just parked. Stay tuned. So we're going to see if she gets her Frankenstein kit. Something tells me I'm at 102 people. How boring are people's lives, or how exciting am I? So we're going to find out any minute. Here, I'll put the message up so those of you that aren't on YouTube can see it. Now, that was 4 minutes ago. So something tells me Stephanie is outside right now beating up the mailman, saying, how could you lose my Frankenstein kit? The suspense is killing us, Stephanie. Well, our neighbors just let their dogs out. All hell is breaking loose. It's on Steelmanville Road right now. Uh-oh, here's an update. I am out here with a glass of wine waiting. So Stephanie's Frankenstein kit was supposed to be delivered today, and she ain't taking no bullshit. The mailman had it but didn't deliver it because he didn't understand the address. She says he's new, so she said he just parked. Stay tuned. Now, 5 minutes later, she says, I'm out here with a glass of wine waiting. Stephanie, if you can hear me, do not strike a government employee. All right?
Did you ever have tab?
Soda? Huh? Years ago.
Did you
I don't remember. I didn't drink it regularly, so I guess not.
We used to have people who come in the store that they came specifically for tab.
Well, I know people. It was like one of the first diet sodas there was.
Yeah. They made tab clear. Did you know that?
Uh-huh.
Table.
All right, Stephanie, the suspense is maddening. Uh-oh. Well, here he come. Stephanie, do not strike the mailman. Just in case it's not there. Oh, God. This is the most exciting thing that's happened in a broadcast, a live broadcast, in weeks. The mailman's coming up, everyone. Oh, Stephanie, don't do anything rash. I know I have the address. I won't probably, she said. Oh, God. He's getting close. Should I call someone? Montana, right? Should I call the local authorities just to keep Stephanie out of trouble? This is so exciting. We're waiting to see if... Sable, honey. You're a good girl. Come here, good girl. Come here. You're a good girl. You're protecting your daddy from them bad dogs next door. She could go... If I let her out that gate, even though there's 5 of them versus 1 of her, she'd come back probably huffing and puffing, but all 5 of those dogs would be silent. He's here. Oh, God. He's here. The mailman's here, but she didn't say the package is there. Oh, my God, Stephanie. Stephanie, please tell me the package is there. Please tell me you didn't do anything rash. She got it. It's there. Yes. Yes. She got it. Calm down. Calm down. Down. Oh, thank God. The package was delivered. That was so exciting, Stephanie. I was a nervous wreck. If it did come, I don't know what would happen there. Because, in Montana, that's big sky country. They're used to wrestling elk to the ground without a gun. Could you imagine the publicity, the bad publicity, if tomorrow it was reported in like the Montana newspapers that a mailman was beat to within an inch of his life because a foam squeezed brained it. Now, what you need to do is, Stephanie, you need to open that package and start squeezing the brain. It's a stress ball. I didn't have that much wine. Well, I don't know that. I don't know what's going on there. You might have a still in your basement. Well, it's a half, so. First thing she did was open up the package and start squeezing the brain stress ball. I'm so glad it turned out positively. Thank you, she says. Thank you, Stephanie. That was so exciting. You did make the broadcast exciting, though, Stephanie. Everybody was getting your step by step of what was going on, and we had no way of knowing. Oh, somebody's watching. Let's go back to this. Well, nobody's talking in the chat, but we got people watching in the chat. We're watching on Bad Ben TV. It was very exciting, Stephanie. We were like, let me run through these messages, okay? At 8:21, I get this message. My Frankenstein kit was due yesterday, but my mailman is an idiot, apparently, and couldn't find my house. Then at 8:22, he's trying again today, supposedly. 8:22 again. My address is 1/2. Like, in other words, it's like 123 and a half Main Street, whatever. Then at 8:23, I mentioned that it says action required. And she says, oh, for Pete's sake. So I fanned the flames.
You made it all worse.
I made it all worse. And then everything goes silent for 13 minutes. And then she writes, I'm stalking my mailman. He just parked. Stay tuned. And then at 8:41, 5 minutes later, I'm out here with a glass of wine waiting. At 8:42, here he comes. I was panic stricken. I was telling her not to do anything rash. And then at 8:43, I won't, probably. And then at 8:44, she writes, he's here. And I'm thinking, oh my God. Then she said she got the package. Thank God. That was so exciting. I started, when I would ship Blu-rays, I started double. Who knew the mailman could bring such excitement? Right, Kaylee? I started double packaging in 2 padded envelopes, the Blu-rays, because people were getting them and the case was broken. Not often, maybe 1 out of every 30 or 40, but still, you know, a person's waiting for them. It's $100 and it's damaged. So I started double packing them. Oh, I got an old classmate of mine that goes on classmates.com. I, years ago, looked at classmates.com and I realized I didn't like the people when I was going to school there. I mean, it was okay. It's just I didn't form any lasting friendships in high school. Where are you going? Why?
You got people talking to you now.
Katie said when my dad was deployed overseas in Iraq, he sent me a package. When it arrived, it was halfway open and empty. I got something better. My Uncle Bob, when he died in California, he was cremated and he was mailed to us. For 6 months, no Uncle Bob. And one day, I'm out of soda, by the way. One day, a box arrives and it's sitting on my parents' bed, and I come home and I come running in and I jump on the bed and I say, what's that? And my mom says, it's Uncle Bob. And I went, ah! And it was like leaking. The package was leaking sand. True story, folks. True story. But you know, in the story I've talked about, the Genesis experiment, the movie we're working on getting made, that story is that a soldier sends his parents a package before he comes home from Iraq, and it arrives 2 days before he's supposed to leave Iraq to come home. and he gets murdered. You never know when someone's like I had both Byron and Duke, our last two dogs prior to these two. I had them both cremated. And how do I know that's them in the box? Well, all right, thank you, ma'am. The reason I started having our animals cremated after they died, we always used to bury them, but at our old house in Pleasantville, we had, um, that is weird. That just made me think of something weird. In our old house in Pleasantville, we had buried so many animals that, God forbid, the new owners of that home wanted to plant a tree or something outside or start a garden because it was freaking pet cemetery out there. And we didn't dig holes like 6 feet deep. We dug it maybe a foot deep and threw dirt over them. So God help them. I mean, dogs and cats and turtles and goldfish and bunnies we had and all that over the course of like 40 years of my parents living there. Now, so when we moved in this house, we had one dog die and we buried her and I buried her in front of my mother's bedroom window. And we had a cat die and I buried her there also. But then after I said, I don't want this becoming the same thing, like with pets buried all over the place here. So I started having them cremated. And what's weird about that is how I told you the turtles keep wow. Come listen to this.
What?
Fubar and Oprah are buried in front of my mother's bedroom window. And that is where every year the turtles lay the eggs. Of all the places they could bury them, it's always right there.
Wow.
And we never see them hatch. Do you think the cat and dog are eating them from underground?
That's disgusting.
I'm going to take the spirit talker out there and the ghost meter.
You done with me?
Yes. Good night, darling. I had 3 dogs pass within 2 months. We had them cremated. The vet asked if we would donate the bodies to science classes. I'm hoping my dogs truly are in the boxes, but I'll never know. Yeah, they probably are. Um, I wouldn't donate a pet to science unless they had something like if I had a dog that lived to be 30, I would probably say, yeah, you can study what because it could lengthen the lives of other dogs. But folks, that makes for a good. Don't you find that the slightest bit interesting that the turtles are always laying eggs over where there we buried 2 pets here? It could be an area of spiritual activity. I need to take the spirit talker, the camera, and the yeah, maybe the turtle senses something. Now, now animals could be spirits too, right? Or any spirits that are around here or ghosts could be going to that area. I'm going to do that. Well, one was a dog, one was a cat, but they could. Let's go look at TikTok. I'm not looking to follow any videos. This guy,
This woman has neurofibromatosis. Hey, motherfucker! My 10-15 it is. My 10-15 it. You got me good. You got me good. All right, you got me.
you ever see this person that goes in parking lots and when people don't put their carts back, he throws a magnet on their car?
Hey, can you guys watch my boss for a second?
Check this out.
My 10-15 edit is out now. It's pinned to my profile and in my edits link.
I'll tell you what, unfollowing somebody is not easy. On TikTok. But I'm unfollowing some people. We had a cat that would eat insulation constantly. The vet was amazed he wasn't dead. He also finished an entire chocolate cake while I was at the movies once. I had a dog. I made these chocolate chip cookies one time for my mom and and I walked out in the living room because my mom would sit on the couch and I would sit on the floor. I sat the plate on the floor and went to get something to drink, and I came back and the plate was empty. The dog had eaten them all. But insulation, yeah, that's not good. How would he get to it? Got 105 people watching right now. See you, Stephanie. I'm glad. Take your brain with you to your class. It can help you focus. And that's not counting the people in Bad Ben TV that are watching. Anybody, by the way, that wants to donate to the making of Bad Ben 14 to help us finish this whole thing, when you go to badben.com/donate, you can donate as little as $1, just so you know. Kaylee has like the high jumper of the Olympic cats was jumping up at the ceiling of the basement and grabbing it. I mean, it's got no taste, I would imagine. It had to feel horrible. We used to, when I was a kid, we had a cat that loved vegetable soup. When my mother would make vegetable soup, this cat would start meowing like crazy. And she would put a bowl aside, let it cool down, and then put it on the down on the floor, and that cat would lick that bowl entirely clean. That cat's name was Bobo. Bobo got hit by a car. We never after that we never let our animals, our cats, out of the house again. How old did that cat live to be, Kaylee? My cat Oprah lived to be 20 years old. She was quite the personality, that cat. 15, that's good. Oprah used to lay on my recliner with me, and she would sleep upstairs with me. And when I would get up, she'd hop off the chair and she'd run ahead of me and keep looking back to make sure I was coming. I had, and Oprah's been gone now, God, like probably 15 years. And like 25 years ago, I had a waterbed. And she hopped up on, not in this house, in the old house we lived in. And I rolled over and I woke up because something was squirming. I had rolled over on top of her. And she didn't get crushed because she was pressed down to the waterbed, but she started squirming and it scared the shit out of me. You know, waterbeds um, actually weigh less. Like, I remember people used to be worried about the weight of waterbeds. And in one of the places around here that sold waterbeds, they actually laid out a bunch of upside down cups, like paper cups, and set the waterbed up on top of it. Oh, somebody came into the chat. There's POV horror. Look, Michael, I don't know. You can't see it probably there. I've got 104 people watching right now. Boo to you. Did you see what I forwarded you? You got the email, I'm sure, today too from Amazon. They're changing that shitty dashboard after 8 years. I bet you it shows you less. Like again, they haven't updated the minute stream since June the 5th. Same Look at him, so politically correct. Now, did you actually type out shit or did it change it to that? Because this chat does block that. Okay. That's a good habit. Even when I'm giving you headaches, you don't curse at me? I can't eat popcorn. I love popcorn, but it just always gets stuck in my throat. Michael, we came up with a theory today. We were talking about earlier where, well, thank you. We were talking about earlier where out front of what was my mother's room, the master room, as now my bedroom, is where I buried one dog and one cat. And after that, I started having animals cremated because at my old house in Pleasantville, we had so many animals buried in the side yards growing up as kids that I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, the people that own that place after us, if they tried to plant a tree or a bush, they're going to dig up Pet Cemetery. And because, over when we were growing up, we had, so many dogs and cats over spanning our lifetime that it was ridiculous. So I'm thinking to myself, it just came to me while we were doing this chat. Um, that where the two animals are buried here, that is where every year the turtles have been laying their eggs. So we're going to take the spirit talker and the ghost meter out there. Just figure I'd tell you that. Let me open up. And Stripe is beginning to annoy the shit out of me too. That's another story though. Let me see if I can send you something. Oh God. They're taking now everything I used to earn in one day before a certain hour used to pay out the following day or 2 days later. But now something that paid over the weekend, yes, something that paid over the weekend isn't paying till tomorrow. Because I think they allow you to do instant withdrawals and they take out like crazy fees. I think that's their motive. Oh shit, I can't do it from there. That's not a bad idea. John, thank you for your donation the other night, John. That was very generous. I saw a funny meme the other day. The Pieta, which is Christ laying, Christ after crucified laying on the lap of Mary. It says Michelangelo was only 23 years old when he completed the Pieta. The fact that he was a turtle makes this 10 times more fascinating. Actually, Holly already went in, but I'll tell her you said hi. We've got 107 people in here now. Why does everybody? Oh, by the way, this is a big event coming up. Have you all heard that we're going to be able to see a nova, a supernova, in the next sometime between now and September? A once in a lifetime cosmic explosion is likely this summer, NASA says. Happens every 80 years. The technical term for the impending cosmic explosion is nova, which happen when a white dwarf lights up suddenly and often strikingly in the night sky. Thank you, John. John says Michael paid me one of the biggest compliments. I'm not going to say what it is. One time, but it was nice, and it's similar to where you said you enjoy your movies and broadcast. Um, I just was. Nobody was more shocked when Bad Ben took off the way it did than I was. And I'm walking around my house dealing with these things, and it was like he said, "There's just something that like being a fly on the wall, watching you walk around, which is entertaining." And I realize, being a good-looking celebrity like I am, you sometimes just can't turn away, like a train wreck. All right, I'm kidding. Michael, by the way, a little secret. What I just sent you on Facebook, that is what's in the box. Kelly, what's going on with you tonight? I don't understand. I got to send you a message, Michael, because I can't talk about it. It will be a spoiler. Luke, you always, Kelly, I am putting you in a timeout. Oh, okay. Never mind. You're a bit drunk. All right. Because you just wrote, Luke, you always say gas. Damn it. So, here, Michael, I got to send you a message. All right. I am I'm doing something here real quick, folks. Don't mind me. I apologize. I'm sorry about that. I just had to take care of something. Yeah, Mike, that was the biggest that was the most expensive prop from this movie. Single prop. So 111 people are in here right now. Is it legal to even have something like that in your possession? Hang on. I can't comment because it's a spoiler. I know. Just so you guys know that those of you that saw part one notice kind of paying homage to Pulp Fiction when they're looking in the briefcase and it's lighting up their face. I find after battling the hands of Kelly Mergens, I hear a noise and I go out and a mysterious package was dropped off, which I open and it's got a box in it that I open and it lights up my face and I'm like, and then that mystery, that cliffhanger is solved in the first when part two opens. So it's good. There's that to look forward to. And you'll get to see it a week from tomorrow, June 20th, at night. And this time I'm not going to play it during the live broadcast. Ja wrote, man, you sure do look a lot like Tom Riley, the paranormal investigator. That ugly bastard? Oh, God. Why are you insulting me? Ja, I've never seen you in here before. So if it's your first time, welcome. If you have been in here before, welcome back. But it's nice to have you. So around here, and I've been having this discussion with, our kids aren't getting, I don't have kids, but the kids around here are in school until the 19th of June. And there was only one snow day this year. Well, thank you, Ja. Make sure you like and subscribe, all those people put. So you know when I go live. By the way, folks, if you haven't subscribed to Bad Ben TV yet, if you were to subscribe today, you could watch all 13 films and plus the other stuff we have on there. Plus, you'll be able to see, if you subscribe today, even just for a month, you could watch all the past films. Plus, you'll be able to watch part 1 of 14 and parts 2 and 3. Because part 3 is supposed to come out 4th of July. Let me look at the calendar here. Why is that over there? 4th of July is a Thursday also. So it will come out that weekend. Oh, man, people are going to turn, because it's a Thursday, people are going to turn that into a 4-day weekend. So, Ja, where do you live? I like Sable, baby. Come on. I like when to get to know. That's my dog. Who we're on the back deck, and it's screened in, so it's basically like a room. Georgia. My best friend lives in Georgia. It's called Dallas, Georgia. Well, it was Dallas. Let me see where he lives now. Hiram, Georgia. He did live in Dallas. Oh, Michael, you missed the excitement in here. Hiram is like 15 minutes, huh? Michael, 15 minutes? You'll have to go say, "What's up, Matt? I'm a friend of Nigel." So, Michael, you missed the excitement about a half an hour ago. What and Ja, I'm repeating this for you guys. One of the Benites had ordered the Frankenstein starter kit, the brain and the hands. And it was supposed to be delivered yesterday. Oh, God, Fender's here. I'm in for it now. I know. I'm just kidding, Fender. So it was supposed to be delivered yesterday, but her address is unusual in that it's like a half. So it's like 123 and a half Main Street. So the mailman's new, and I got to show you the comments. Let me go back and show you the comments as they have it. So here it is. First one. My Frankenstein kit was due yesterday, but my mailman is an idiot and apparently couldn't find my house. Now, the time of that was 8:21. At 8:22, she writes, he's trying again today, supposedly. At 8:22, she continues, my address is a half. It throws new guys for a loop. And I went onto the the USPS stamps.com and looked up the history, and it says needs attention. So I said that, and she writes, oh, for Pete's sake. Now this is 8:23. So it continues. But 13 minutes pass of silence. And then she writes, I'm stalking my mailman. He just parked. Stay tuned. And I'm fearful that she's going to attack a government employee and go, and the popo's going to get called. She's going to be serving time. I'm out here with a glass of wine waiting. So we're adding alcohol to the mix that she's pissed. So the suspense was killing me. At 8:42, she says, here he comes. And I'm saying, don't do anything crazy, Stephanie. Don't do anything. And she writes at 8:43, I won't, probably. And then she writes at 8:44, he's here. And then we're like, well, Stephanie, don't do anything crazy. And then we say, coming up, finally, it's here. I got it. Thank God. We were afraid of the combination of alcohol and everything. Well, that's the thing. Did they know they're delivering a human brain? Some people have like ordered, you can't ship body parts. Now that sounds obvious, but like a skull. But I'm thinking, so when the person bought the elephant, didn't Michael Jackson buy the Elephant Man's bones? What the hell's going on? Oh, look at this. You can't see it. What? Holly's here in her nightgown, folks. $20. Anybody that donates $20, she'll come out here. No, I'm only
Feet
kidding.
pictures.
Feet pictures. Yes, she's been reading that feet pictures are a big seller.
How come they can't see your knee?
Because I have it zoomed out in. Look, that's disgusting. It looks like an alien. I should draw eyes on. Look. Oh, sorry. So how'd Michael Jackson get the Elephant Man's bones delivered to him? And like, how's the mob cut off a finger and send it to somebody? I'm just so enjoying talking to you all tonight. Excuse me. Oh my God, that's so rude. Personal courier, it's possible. But we've decided we've got to take the spirit talker and the ghost meter out front of my house in front of the master bedroom window, because that's where we have one dog and one cat buried. And I stopped burying animals after that here, because in the house I grew up in, we had buried so many animals that I'm fearful that anybody that tried to plant a tree at that house or a bush is going to undercover pet cemetery, because every square inch of that yard was covered. We had a lot of animals as kids. And when you consider the fact of the age difference between me and my siblings, I mean, and living there for like 20, I mean, my parents lived there 40 years and everything. It was just, there was, oh my God, turtles, rabbits, fish, guinea pigs, gerbils, hamsters, dogs, cats. We had, in our time of living there, we used to have multiple dogs. I can think of at least, let's go, Laddie, Duke, Lady, Rusty, Darth. At least 5 dogs, probably 8 cats. Oh my God. So I decided to have them cremated after that. But there's still 2 buried out in front of the master bedroom window. Well, every year a turtle goes there and lays its eggs. So I'm thinking, does it have any significance? So we're going to see if we can contact the spirit of my deceased animals. And John, don't forget, not only a human brain, but hands are being delivered. And it's day 3. Scott has completed his 3rd day of, it's 8 weeks. So 5 days a week. So 40 days. So he's completed. Tomorrow, he'll be 10% of the way done his Stella Adler acting training. Look, I was tired of his substandard performance in my films. So I made him go to acting school. Now, he's great. He got this. I am completely confident that one day we are going to see Scott on stage getting a Golden Globe or an Emmy, or, I don't even know if that stuff matters to him, but we are going to see him in a big movie. I mean, they don't get much bigger than Bad Ben, let's face it, but we're going to see him. And he had this opportunity come up, and it was my letter of recommendation that got him the scholarship. But no, seriously, I'm very excited for him and proud of him. And I promised myself I wasn't going to bug him while he's there. But if I don't hear from him by Friday, I'm texting him to say, so what's up? What's going on up there? He's never I mean, he's been to New York, but he's staying in Manhattan for um, 8 weeks. I mean, he's coming home weekends, but he'll be there. Like, I guess he goes up Sunday and comes home Friday. So I got to find out what the hell's up with him. And we've got the Nova explosion we're going to be able to see in the sky this week. I mean, this summer. And we've got House of Dragon coming back Sunday. And then we've got The Bear coming back. And Michael from POV Horror highly recommends Shogun. And it seems like Jake Gyllenhaal's in, like, every time you turn around, he's releasing a movie or something. There's some series on Apple that just came out with him. You know, when I see 116 people watching right now, I always wonder, that's 116 different people, and they're watching from YouTube and from Facebook and from Twitch and from X and also on Bad Ben TV. And that's 116 different, 115 now, different personalities out there and different people. And you just wonder, like, I like to wonder, what are people like? Where are they? What are you, what do you do for work or for a living? Or I don't know. I guess that's just natural. Like Jaws in Georgia. Oh. Was it something I said, Sable? So are you excited for Frankenstein Part 2? You exciting to have the suspense ended about what was in the box? In Pulp Fiction, you never knew what was in the briefcase. I got you guys in Florida. I'm trying to think if there's any. I've never heard from anybody in Delaware. Canada, United Kingdom, I get all the time. Go ad free. This Twitch, I really. 118 people watching. I really wish I had someone that wanted to buy. I wish I had somebody that wanted to be like, you know how I sold body parts that are featured in the film? Well, the very end of this, there's a scene which sets up the next film. And I wish I had somebody that wanted that. But you'd have to contact me at my email to ask me what it's about. So I'm expecting to get a hate email at any moment because I blocked somebody tonight. And they also donated, and I refunded their donation. That's another story. So tomorrow's Thursday. I've already been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes. My God. But when I have 119 people watching, I can't shut down. Plus, it's 120 people. Plus, it's so nice out right now. Let me tell Matt. I just sent Matt to tell him I'm doing a live right now and I have 120 people in the room. He always gets excited. That's Matt in Georgia. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. It is beautiful out here. It's like, hey, Google, what's the temperature?
In Egg Harbor Township, it's currently 68 degrees.
It's 68. It's not humid, it's dry, but the hot weather's coming tomorrow. It's going to be hot for the next week. Like we have our first day in the 90s. And I know some of you talk about 100 and all, but in like July, when we have like 85 degrees and 100% humidity, it is, and that's when it's not raining. It is unbearable. So all this is on the back deck. And this is where I work and I edit and stuff like that. But I was redoing the studio downstairs, and I brought this up here to work because it's convenient, and it's just it was. I know I've got everything cleaned up now down there where I can move this down there tomorrow if it gets too hot. Tomorrow might not be too bad, but the day after that will be terrible. So we had a nice big long political discussion yesterday, and I got all fired up. I'm so tired of shit not getting done. In Congress, politicians just sitting there making over $150,000 a year with free health care and all their other expenses. They're able to, like, if they, like, for instance, if a politician lives in, say, the states surrounding Washington, D.C., they probably don't own a place in Washington, but like the senators from Hawaii and California and stuff like that also have to have a residence in a place to stay in Washington. And that's all covered. Their travel's covered. And all they do is fight. Now, Michael's been promising us for some weeks now, and it's soon. Michael raises chickens, and he's going to bring a chicken on live. You can only see this stuff on Bad Ben TV. You have 3 hens. Is a hen different than a chicken? Is a girl different from a human? That could get you canceled. Hen is a female chicken. Are there male chickens? Isn't that a rooster? Educate me, brother. We had my neighbors next door had chickens, and they had a rooster. My mother used to love it when the rooster would crow in the morning. And he started coming over. We never fed it, but he would come over up on our front porch and tap his beak on the window. Cherie! How many babies today, Cherie? 7:30's fine. I start at 7 most nights. Tonight I started at 7:30 because I was interrupted by the bug sprayer. All right. Well, remember the rest of this week is going to get a little challenging because I have to there's parts of the second part I have to film at night, and it's going to make broadcasting tough. But probably not tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will probably be the best. So everybody that's watching, keep in mind that Michael, the person that brings you POV horror, is going to bring which one, Michael? What's the name of the hen we're going to see? Three babies today, that's all? What the hell was going on 9 months ago? Goldie will be the most calm. Now, are these things, I know they're pets, but are they light pets? Like, do they like to be picked up? Do they like to be pet? Do they come when you call them? Do you ever take them for walks on a leash? Let's see, it's June. So 9 months ago would have been September, right? September, October-ish. I guess right after Labor Day, right after summer ends, people get a little depressed and they don't. What is the busiest month for babies, Sheree? Michael says, to some extent, it depends on the hen. We had one that passed away. She was very smart and understood a lot of words. Oh, how long do they live? And how long do they produce eggs? Because I understand that they have their egg bearing years and then they stop. If they don't get sick, 15 to 17 years. That's like a cat. After 3 to 4 years, the egg production starts declining. September is the busiest child. Well, that makes sense because it's that would mean like January is when they were making it, and it's cold out. There's not much to do. Christmas is over. The holidays are over. People are bummed. So they just decide to make babies. New Year babies. Well, I do know a lot of people that are born in September. My nephew, cousin Doherty, my mother, a friend of mine, a couple friends of mine. Got a lot of October babies too. I'm October. My nephew's wife, who I guess is my niece-in-law, she's the day before me, minus about 17 years. Let's see what's in the news today. This is sad. All these kids that were students at Sandy Hook, the same age as when that shooting took place, are all graduating high school now. And the Atlantic, New Jersey's oceanfront water is crystal clear right now from some phenomenon that happens. The Sopranos was such a great show. Once in a lifetime cosmic explosion is likely this summer. Where is what the hell is that called? Ooh, Palace makes rare comment on Princess Kate's cancer treatment amid viral rumors. Well, I'm thinking, not that I follow it that much, but I'm thinking Prince Charles is a lot sicker than they're letting on. Like he might have pancreatic cancer. My sister, who she's given me permission to talk about it, she they discovered last summer breast cancer had returned that she had been successfully treated for 27 years ago. And it was supposed to be a type of cancer that didn't come back, but it did. So they suggested a double mastectomy, which she did. And it's easy for me to say because it's not me, but I was glad because if that's where the problem kept coming up and I mean, she's not having any more kids. And not that even people that she would, you know, people don't have to have breasts to have children because a lot of people are formula right out of the gate. But she had a double mastectomy, which I was glad because, like I said, it was the area where her cancer formed 27 years after the first time. And it was nice to hear her say last week that she said to me and my other sister that I'll tell you, after all my whining, And I got to tell you, she doesn't whine. Um, so her saying that, I never heard her whine. She just said that she was tired, she was sore, and all that, but she told us she felt great, which is good. JXL says, my mom had a double mastectomy and so far cancer free. Well, good for you and good for your mom. And this morning, Stuart, who follows me on Facebook and is, I've gotten friendly with Stuart over the years. He works at grocery store I go into, and he used to work with Holly. And he said, today's my 1 year anniversary from when I started chemo. Now, Stuart, now I'm glad, knock on wood, I've never had to deal with having cancer myself. Um, but Stuart grew back the thickest head of hair. That son of a bitch. Although he had to go through that, but he was another guy I never heard complain. It's just chemo is brutal on the body. "30 years ago, I volunteered to drive people to chemo treatments, and I never got called." Most people, I guess, have family though that takes them. It just it just pisses me off to a point when you have so much money spent on war and bullshit and waste in this country. And imagine if that money were applied towards medical. I wonder if my baby girl's still out here. The monitors are so bright that over in that corner is normally where Sable sits and keeps watch of the yard. I can't I can't tell if she's over there or not. Archer's in on the couch. The one there's really no that I know of. There's no test to discover pancreatic cancer uh, early. Once they discover it, it's pretty much you know beyond the point they can do much. But I remember I had a plastic surgeon I went to. Um, I didn't get any plastic surgery, but just like to have, um, just like you'd go to a dermatologist, but I went to a plastic surgeon and I had a scar fixed and some stuff, but he was the nicest guy in the world. And he had a daughter that was becoming a doctor or had become a doctor. He had a son that went through law school and became a lawyer. And he had one other child that I think was still of high school age. And he constantly used to, when I would have appointments scheduled in his office twice a year, June and December. And in the winter, he would always have, like the December one, almost always the appointment would be rescheduled because he owned a house in Vermont where they used to go skiing. And if the weather was great, he would take off to go ski. And so they'd call me to reschedule, which I was fine with. And it was December coming up, and my phone rings, and it's coming up to the appointment time. I said, "All right." I answered the phone like a smart ass. I said, "Okay, snow must be good in Vermont. When we rescheduling?" And she says that he has uh, he has retired, and he was young, well, 50s maybe. He has retired, and he, you can reschedule with another doctor. And I said, "Oh, is everything all right?" And she chokes up, and she told me he had cancer. And that was just so tough to hear. And he lived like a year after that. And then another person I know, he died of it like 2 years ago. And it's tough. But I'm glad the advances in like breast cancer have been so significant that that's good to hear for the ladies. And I got, Chadwick Boseman with the colon cancer. I had when I turned 50, I got a colonoscopy. And boy, was that a lot of fun. I mean, you're put to sleep, but the prep for it, oh my God. Be prepared to sit on the toilet the day before. But then I was supposed to come back in 2.5 years or something, and I let it slide because there were some like small pre-cancers, they called them, that they burned off. And then I didn't go back. But then Chadwick Boseman, I mean, that guy was the picture of health. Black Panther, the actor, and he winds up with dying from it. And that was just so sad. So that got me back in there, and there was nothing new, so I was good. But now, I've been telling you guys, 2 weeks ago, I get this Cologuard test in the mail. I guess my primary care physician ordered it. I have to poop in a bucket and send it back. My God. So I guess I'll do it eventually. I got to break it open and read the instructions. But so anyway, folks, I've been on live for 2 hours and 46 minutes. And I guess you've had enough of me for the night, although you're still watching. But I'm going to pop off here for now. And I will be back tomorrow and possibly Michael's Chicken. And so I'm going to hop off here now. And thank you so much for all of you watching. And I enjoyed meeting the new people that came in tonight. And I look forward to seeing you many, 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 many more times. And a week from tomorrow, Frankenstein Part 2. We'll see what nuttiness I come up with. All right, folks. See ya. Love you. Bye for now.